Can everyone see my screen?
Yep, it looks good on my.
Okay, awesome. We have 13 so far. Alrighty.
Ready to.
Admittal.
Right, let's do it.
Hello, everyone. Hi, welcome in. Welcome,
Hello.
everyone. Hi. Hello, everyone. As you're joining in, I'll take a second just to take some time for everyone to come on in. If everyone can put in the chat really quickly what they're having for lunch. I would love to hear what everyone is having for lunch because this is our first lunch and learn of the year. So that's really exciting. And we have a really exciting session for you today. And I'll say a little bit more. I'll give it about 30 seconds and we'll let people trail in. See the chat. Good afternoon. Green juice. Ooh, very healthy. Barbecue chicken. Yummy. Alrighty, well, go ahead and get started. So we have as much time as possible for this amazing workshop. Strawberry smoothie, delicious. I should have a strawberry smoothie today. That sounds really good. So welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Today we are so glad you could join us for our very first Lunch and Learn of the year. We have a really exciting session for you. Today we're going to hear from the Golden State for Kids team and about their communications campaign and how you can get involved. So grab your food, go ahead and eat, get comfortable, and let's get into it. Alrighty, so first, before we start, here's what we have planned for today. We're going to start with our community agreements, just making sure we're on the same page about how we show up for each other in this space. Then I'm going to do a quick overview of community voices and what we do. And after that, we're going to hand it over to the Golden State for Kids team for their presentation. And we'll have some time for questions and answers at the end. And then I have some really exciting announcements and next steps to share with you before we wrap up. Alrighty, so our community agreements. Before we get started, these community agreements were to create a safe space. These are just things we ask everyone to keep in mind so we can all have a great experience. Feel free to eat. Of course, this is the lunch and learn, so hopefully we're all having lunch together. Um, and cameras are optional, so there's no pressure to be on camera, especially since we might be eating. And if you have any questions at any point, please drop them in the chat and we will get to them as soon as possible. And please stay muted until until you are called on or we have time to answer any questions just to help with any disturbances. And we'll have time for Q&A at the end. So please hold on to those questions. And above all, respect and consideration for everyone at all times. We are all here to learn from each other. Okay, and a little, this is a refresher if you might be new or you want a refresher about Community Voices. This is why the space exists. Community Voices has been around for over, well, actually, this is our 20th year, and it was built on one simple truth. And that truth is that the people closest to the problem are the closest to the solution. So that's you, parents, providers, caregivers, everyone that you see living in this every single day. You know who's working, what's not. So Community Voices is a space for everyone to come together and to turn that knowledge into action. And we do that through three things. We educate, empower, and advocate. Educate because the policies that affect our children and our families, they can feel confusing. And sometimes we need to learn how the system works because it can be sometimes complicated. And we kind of help put all those barriers down and help you get straight to the truth and what's best for you and your families making those decisions. And we also break up state budgets, legislation, funding decisions, so we understand what's happening, why it matters. And next is empower. So when we say we empower, we just don't mean we're giving you something you don't already have because you already have the power. You have the story, you have the lived experience. And what this space really does is it gives your lived experience some room to step into that and sharpen it and build your confidence and connect with other people who are right here on the same journey with you and advocate. This is where it all comes together. We show up, we go to legislative visits, testimonies, letters, rallies. We walk into rooms where decisions are being made, and we make sure that people in those rooms hear directly from the people that the decisions are affecting. And when do we do that together? This is when things move and the results are real. So for over 20 years, hundreds of parents and providers have come through this program. Policies have changed, funding has been secured, and not just because someone did it for us, but because people just like you decided their voice mattered enough to use it. And that's Community Voices, and every single one of you belongs here today. So, with that being said, we're super excited to bring you today's topic. We have the Golden State for Kids team joining us today. They are a communications campaign bringing together families, providers, advocacy organizations all across California, especially for children 0 to 3. And their work is so aligned with what we do today at Community Voices. And I'm really excited for all of you to hear about what they've accomplished, how you can be part of it. So, without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to them. So let's give them a warm welcome. We have Sarah and Danny here with us today.
Hi, really quickly, you all, before we introduce the rally team and the Golden State for Kids team, we have a few of our participants needing
Mm,
Spanish translation. So, Sonia, if you don't mind if I tag you in to just support with doing a little bit of translation, and to our two
yeah.
folks who have expressed the need for the interpretation, we will follow up with you, and apologies in advance for
Mhm.
having that. So, just wanted to flag that for you. Thank you.
Yes. Sí,
Sorry,
antes, no,
but
no se preocupe.
oh, quería preguntar precisamente eso, que no, sí iba a haber español.
Sí, esta vez no va a haber en español, pero le puedo mandar toda la información en español después de la presentación.
Por favor, gracias.
Claro que sí, y perdón por eso.
Pues aquí
Ujú.
vamos a estar escuchando lo que podamos entender.
Sí, claro
Gracias.
que sí, le mando la información. Gracias.
No.
Okay, thank you so much. And without further ado, we can get to the Community Voices Lunch and Learn with Golden State for Kids.
Hello, hi everybody. How are you? Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone is enjoying their lunch. And we're thrilled to spend this hour with you. My name is Danny Tillman. I'm Senior Director of a Golden State for Kids campaign. I've been with the campaign going into year 2. The campaign started 3 years ago. And in that time, and Sarah will spend a lot of time walking you through different aspects of the campaign. We have grown by leaps and bounds. So also just over the moon that Crystal Stairs is one of our cohort partners who have been a part of the campaign since the very beginning. And just thank you for inviting us to share more about the campaign today. We're really just hope that what you take away from this, again, for those of you who are in the middle of providing childcare or needing childcare or have childcare for 0 to 3, just the importance of this work that we all do every day, and just hope that you get inspired to want to be even more involved with the work that we're doing. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Sarah. I'm actually going to be off camera, but I will hop in as needed. Sarah?
Yeah, thank you, Danny. Great to be with you all today. We've heard such amazing things from the Crystal Stairs team about what this Community Voices group has accomplished. So just excited to be with you all and share a little bit about this campaign. So we can jump ahead by a slide. So we're going to talk a little bit about what a Golden State for Kids is, and then talk about how folks across the community can get involved in the work that we're doing. So what is a Golden State for Kids? What is this campaign? We're a communications campaign that's working together across Los Angeles County with aspirations to go statewide in the years to come. And we work with families, childcare providers, child advocacy organizations, and businesses across our county to build demand for accessible childcare for kids ages 0 to 3 specifically. Like Danny said, we know this is an enormous need for our state, for Los Angeles, and this every county in the state. And so we're really working to make sure that our leaders understand that this is an important issue, that families understand that this is something our leaders can act on today. And by raising awareness, by building up support across the county, we really believe we can make change in how our leaders prioritize and support children and families. So we are a partnership of 5 organizations located both in LA and across the state. We're led by the Child Care Alliance of Los Angeles and also work with organizations like Children Now, the Children's Partnership, Crystal Stairs, who you all are very familiar with, and Unite LA. Each of these organizations is special in that they bring like a very specific and unique view of the childcare sector to this work. Unite LA has deeply embedded in the business community because we know childcare isn't just a family issue, it's an economic one. Crystal Stairs obviously is deeply connected to parents and providers. And each of these organizations brings a specialty like that to make sure we're really looking at this issue space in a very well-rounded way. So I can talk about what the campaign is, but I think it would be helpful for you all to actually see what we do in practice to get a sense for the types of activities we do and the things we're working towards. So we wanted to share a couple of the highlights of what we accomplished last year. We launched in just April of last year, so we've been public and out in the world for about a year now, and we're really excited about what we've been able to accomplish since then. So first, we organized the 0 to 3 Jamboree last summer. This was an in-person day celebrating how important childcare is for our community. We know a lot of talk about childcare is about crisis or what parents don't have, and we wanted to take a minute to celebrate parents of kids 0 to 3. I will say I'm a parent of a toddler myself, so this day was really special to me to connect with other families across LA, and also bring childcare providers who do the most important work there is for a day of celebration where we had speakers talking about the importance. We had a lot of family fun and activities, and we're joined by over 200 people to really celebrate all that childcare does for our community. We also, on a little bit more serious side, but we hosted Childcare Backs My Business Week. It was a week-long, what we call activation, where we brought leaders of organizations across Los Angeles together to share their personal stories about why childcare is so essential to the work that they do, to their ability to run their organization, and support their employees. So we had on the bottom there, you can see some of the examples. We had videos from leaders across the city sharing exactly why childcare matters to them. And we had 10 organizations that signed on and supported, organizations representing thousands of businesses across the Los Angeles area, because we know it's just as important for our leaders to hear from families as it is for them to hear from folks outside of those most directly impacted so they can understand exactly why this issue is really important. We also made headlines. A big part of the work that we do is trying to get childcare in the news, especially making sure that it's talked about in a way that families understand, that helps leaders understand the importance and the urgency of expanding access. So these are some of the headlines we placed last year, and this is some of the things we work with people on. Securing interviews with reporters, placing op-ed pieces, which is when you write sort of a piece expressing your point of view on a topic or a news story of the day. And then we also, I think one of the most important things that we do as part of this campaign is we share real stories about how childcare impacts people across Los Angeles. So a big priority for us is we know if you read a news headline or you see a piece of legislation, that just tells one part of the story. We think it's really important when we want to change the way people think and feel about this issue and recognize its true value to our community. We know how critical it is to share stories of people in their real everyday lives and how childcare is so important to them, especially uplifting the work of parents of young kids in particular and childcare providers who do, like I said, the most important job there is. So we want to share a couple of these videos with you today so that you get a sense for exactly what it looks like for some of the folks who agree to be part of our campaign. So Sonia will play both of these. The first is with Miss Judith Terrell. She's been a childcare provider for over 2 decades, based in South Los Angeles.
Judith Terrell, proud owner of My Nana's House Family Child Care. I get started about 6 a.m. I go outside and set everything up. Then I come back in and I begin making breakfast and making lunch. My assistant will arrive to look over the lesson plan for the day. And then by 8 a.m., the children are beginning to arrive. Then they'll play in the back until breakfast. Today they're having French toast, one of their favorites. Then we will go to free choice time for about 30 minutes. And then about 9:30, we will have what we call our learning time. This week we're studying sea life. At about 10 a.m., we will then make our way outside where the children will play for about 45 minutes to an hour. Playtime is essential for the children because that's how they learn. It's the thing they love the most. And for us as providers, this is how we get to learn about the individuals. They're learning so much. 11 a.m. we have lunch. I'm making one of their favorites. After lunch, the children are then given another opportunity for free choice inside. At 12, nap. Once they're up, we will then adjourn to the outside where we will play, and play until it's time to go home. Most people think that child care providers are babysitters, and we're not. We're much more than that. We are literally the second set of parents to these children. So we're here to provide not just care for the children, but for the whole family. Because without us, it doesn't work.
My name is Pamela Arciaga, and I'm the mom to Finn, my 3-year-old son. My day starts at 4 a.m. I get out of bed to get a little work done. By 7, the morning rush really begins. We have breakfast, get him dressed, and pack all of his things for the day. Then we're out the door to drop him off around 8:55 a.m. We chose the school that he's in now because after we toured, we saw that there's such great one-on-one attention. After drop-off, it's one of my treasured moments of the day when I get 15 minutes to myself in the car before I'm driving into my other paying job. By 9:30, my meetings begin and the day passes by quickly. At 3 p.m., I pick Finn up from school, and this is another favorite moment of the day. Finn is always so excited to talk about his day, share his stories, tell me about the new dances he's learned and what he drew at school for me. He's learning so much, and the quality of care that he gets and attention that he gets from going to preschool. When we're back at home, I keep working because my workday isn't until 5, while he plays beside me or joins me for a meeting, which he often does. The hardest parts about raising a toddler is that right now I am raising a teenager.
My name is Finn and I'm 3. Can I email you?
Yes, you can email me.
So now I'm going to start with this one. And you're going to start with this one.
Okay. By 5, we're into our evening routine. I make dinner, we have story time and playtime, and before Finn goes to bed at 8:30 p.m. I'm very lucky in that I get to be at an organization that supports the family life balance and understands the actual challenges that mothers face. I'm already paying taxes. I would like that to be spent towards supporting our providers, our teachers, and making sure that we usher in great quality education for them to grow up in.
Thank you, Sonia. So this is just an example of some of the types of video content that we share on our social media channels. It's really important to us to uplift both the stories and talk about the issues and the facts, but like it really hits home when you see the challenges that a mom faces waking up at 4 a.m. and picking their kid up by 3 and still working the rest of the day. And Judith doing the same, her day also starting around 4 a.m. And working until the children leave for the day and then doing it all over again. So you see that those videos are a sense of sort of the playful side of this work, showing how important this is for kids, but also talking about how important this is for our families. And we find that the combination is really successful in getting people to understand the importance of childcare in a new and different way. So since our campaign launched, we've had a lot of success so far, and we're continuing to build on this momentum this year. Like I said, we launched about a year ago, and we've reached over 4 million people across LA and California. The content on our channels has been seen over 20 million times. We've had over 50,000 visitors to our website, and all of these great stats up here. But all of this is only possible because we're working with people across the community who are willing to share their stories and be part of this work, because they believe that this is really important and know that sharing their personal perspective can help move the needle. So this year, we're focused on expanding our work in a few ways. We're launching a Golden State for Care, which is a document that'll help people understand, like, what does it actually look like when our childcare system runs effectively and serves all types of families and prioritizes the care and well-being of childcare providers too. So we're launching that later this month. We're really trying to expand the types of voices we elevate to reflect a broader swath of experiences, including also bringing in additional languages. We've just done English language content so far, but are looking to expand into additional ones so far. We'll be attending events across LA County to meet with more families directly, and we'll be engaging with policymakers to ensure they're prioritizing care. So a lot to come in 2026. And that's where we lead into the next part of the presentation, which is the role that voices and stories can play in this work. So I want to talk to you all about being a spokesperson. So what do I mean by being a spokesperson? It's a formal word, but really what it means is being part of our campaign, and raising your hand to share your experiences with and your passion for childcare access with a broader audience. And it can take a ton of different formats. It could be on social media, like you saw the videos that we just shared. It could be talking to a news reporter about your experience, or something else entirely, like joining us at an event, or there's a whole host of ways that folks can get involved throughout the year. We first and foremost prioritize connecting our spokespeople with opportunities based on their interests and their comfort level. For some people, the idea of talking to a reporter is no, thank you. I never want to do that. And that's completely fine. We've got people who are comfortable with that. We got people who aren't. Our main priority is your comfort level. I will say folks like Pamela, the parent you just saw, she's never done anything like this before, but our team is experienced in helping people get acclimated, understand the process, and really feel comfortable in participating. So we are here to be your partners and not toss you in and ask you to do something that's new to you. We really want this to be a partnership. And at the end of the day, we'll share opportunities with our spokespeople, but they decide when and how they participate and if something feels right for them. So what types of opportunities are there? The font's a little funny on this page, but I can talk through each of these. So social media content, like I said, the example videos we just shared, you can participate in a video or a social post that's just like pictures and writing and things that lives on our pages. Participate in news interviews. So this would be sharing your story in an interview with a reporter. I think reporters have an easy enough time connecting to policymakers or leaders, but really have a hard time often connecting to families. And that's what makes their stories really interesting and gripping. And so they're always looking to talk to childcare providers and families who are directly impacted by our system. You can co-write a piece with our team, something like a blog post or an op-ed that goes in a newspaper. Our team has experienced writers on it, so we'd always partner with you to help you think through like what the right angle is, and support in writing it, but that's another opportunity. We host events and also join other events. If anyone's familiar with the LA Times Festival of Books, we'll be there this weekend, but we really try to get in front of the community to help folks understand and show up in places where people and families in particular are already at. So that's another opportunity. We'll have a whole host of our spokespeople joining us at the event this weekend. We host media events, so press conferences or press briefings, and we occasionally host webinars as well. So things like this where you join and talk to a group of people virtually to share your perspective. And there's a lot more different things pop up all the time, but these are some of the main types of opportunities that spokespeople can participate in. And we also recognize that doing any of those things is a serious commitment of your time, and you all are busy as it is. So we really prioritize making sure that our spokespeople are supported and understand how much we appreciate the time and dedication they give to us to be part of this work, because it's all optional and they do it because they care. So because of that, we offer stipends to each of our spokespeople for the activities that they participate. We do this in the form of digital or physical gift cards, that depending on your present preference. And the stipend amounts depend on the time commitment of what you spend with the campaign. So if you spend 30 minutes, it's going to be on the lower side. The minimum is always 50. If you spend all day with us, it'll be on the higher side. So here are a couple of examples of what we offered participants last year for different types of engagement opportunities. So for participating in a media interview, that takes around 2 to 3 hours of time total between meeting with our team to prep, doing the interview itself, and any of the in-between coordination. So that we offered $150 for that. Authoring an op-ed, like writing an entire piece that's 500 to 700 words, takes around 4 to 5 hours of commitment. So we offered $250 there. And then joining the campaign and event, we realize there's drive time, there's gas mileage, there's all of those things. And so that's one of the times we offer a greater stipend, because we realize it's a longer time commitment and requires some resources and coordination on your end. So we offer $300 or more if it's truly like an all-day event that we're expecting people to be at. So can answer any questions around this, but we really try to prioritize respecting your time and showing our appreciation for your time, because we know that you do this because you really care about advancing this issue. Okay, so what is the process for getting involved, or once you're identified as a spokesperson? So this is how we onboard people and then connect them with different opportunities. So we'll talk about how to connect with Crystal Stairs as next steps, but once past that stage, we have a short questionnaire that people fill out. This just lets us know a little bit more about you and your background and your experience before we get started. And then we hold an initial meeting with our team. It'll be me or someone else from the team who does what we call a story gathering interview, where we ask lots of questions that should be easy to answer, just about your experience. What's your experience with the childcare system? Are you a parent? Are you a provider? What makes you passionate about this? What do you wish we could change? Just so we really understand all aspects of your story, and that can help us pair you with the right types of opportunities. We then offer a message training. So an important part of this is making sure that spokespeople don't feel like they have to figure out what they want to say entirely on their own. So we plan to host an in-person media and message training in the next few months that'll help you feel prepared for any opportunities that come up or are offered to you. And then from there, once you're trained and ready to go, we'll reach out to you when different opportunities arise. So we'll reach out to you one-on-one, make sure you're interested, make sure you're available before committing to anything. And then, of course, a very important part of this is we want you all to feel comfortable with what we create. So for any videos we create, for any things we write where you're attached or connected to it, we share it with you before it goes live so that you can see it and feel comfortable with it and sign off before it's out into the world. Okay, so what happens next? Those interested in being part of the spokesperson team can fill out an interest form that Crystal Stairs has created. And if you have any specific questions about the process, you can send a note to this email, and the Crystal Stairs team will either answer it or pass it on to the Golden State for Kids team to answer it. Okay, I know I walked through a lot of information very quickly. I welcome any questions you have. Reactions, anything I can help share with the time we have left.
Hi, how are you? My name is Juanita Becerra. Do you guys do the classes on Saturdays? Because Monday to Fridays, we take care of kids. Isn't it going to be anything available on Saturdays? It makes it easier for us.
Yeah, so in terms of the training itself, do you mean?
Yes, the training, yes. Hold on.
Yeah, I think we haven't picked a date for that yet. We want to make sure it works for everybody, but we're open to a Saturday for sure, because we recognize people work and people care for children during the 9 to 5 day.
Yes, we do. Yes, we appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
And hello, everybody. I'm so sorry. How are you guys? Sorry. But I love these programs. I love everybody. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, thanks, Miss Juanita. We will definitely we definitely note that, and we'll definitely, and I'm hearing some seconds in the comments about Saturday. So it sounds like, based off of the will of the people here, we will, when we do plan a date, it will be on a Saturday.
Saturday, Saturday,
Okay,
Saturday.
okay, advocacy in action. Advocacy in action. I love
Yeah.
it.
And just out of curiosity, is it better to do like a early morning or
I think so, yes. Early
like around
morning.
9 a.m., 10
9
a.m.?
a.m. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Okay.
That'll be great and awesome. Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Okay.
Good
yeah,
to
and
know.
just
I'll
just
put you
for an
guys on mute and I'll take away my beautiful face.
we love seeing it, Miss
Nice
Juanita.
to
Thank you.
see you.
Nice to see you guys.
And just
I see Adriana raised her hand.
Yeah, and
Hi,
just
my
as a
name.
note for everybody, sorry, just as a note for everybody, we usually run our workshops typically on a Saturday morning, 10 to 12. So I just wanted to give that heads up for new folks who may be new to Community Voices. But we also are trying to do some on a weekday for those who may be available at that time. But for this training, we will definitely schedule it for a Saturday. Sorry, Miss Adriana, you go ahead.
It's okay. It's good to be interrupted when it's good news. So my name is Adriana. I'm a daycare provider in Patterson, California. I don't know if anybody knows where that little town is. My main idea would be about visibility for somebody that's not in the LA County or around that area. Representation, especially right now, providers are seeing a huge movement towards the UPK mixed delivery system. So my idea is that we have a bunch of providers that feel unseen, unspoken, undervalued, and all that stuff. So my question would be, if I sign up, how would I be supported even if the distance feels so long?
Yeah, so a couple thoughts here. The first is that we are focused in LA County for this year, but know that the state needs to change. So we're expanding into additional counties starting in 2027, still aligning on what those will be. We do often have, we have LA County is also enormous, and there are folks who could live 2 hours away from you and be in the same county. So there's lots of opportunities to engage virtually as well. Something like talking to a reporter can happen over the phone or over Zoom. And even some of the social media content. We didn't share one of these videos, but we did a video with someone where they thought that the children at their childcare center would get nervous with someone from our team there shooting a video. So they took it on themselves. They felt comfortable recording and things, and then we edited the video. So there's ways to connect and be involved without being directly in the vicinity of the team.
And if you really want to get involved and we find that your story is so compelling, we will work with you.
Yeah, we can be flexible.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I'm sorry, did you mention you would require disability accommodation? Did I hear that?
No, I just
Oh,
want
okay.
the
Okay.
support and how did that look for somebody that was really far out of your guys' little community in that sense? How would it look?
Oh, okay. Sorry, just want to make sure because we will make any accommodations necessary. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and to the comments I'm seeing in the chat, for anyone here who is a provider, we are always looking for childcare provider stories, but also parents as well. And even last year, one of the videos we created was with a grandparent who was a retired provider and now a family friend and neighbor provider for her own grandchildren. So there's lots of we know that childcare touches everyone across our state. So we're always looking for different types of experiences.
Anyone have any other questions? Alrighty then. Oops. Okay.
Okay, just a quick plug. If you want to see more cute videos of kids and stories from the childcare field, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram. Our handle is just the full campaign name, A Golden State for Kids. And we have an email newsletter. We don't spam inboxes, but if you want to stay connected that way, if you're an email person, you can sign up for our newsletter at agoldenstateforkids.org.
And definitely tune in on Fridays. We launched a new series called Cuteness in Childcare because this work is intense and heavy, and we want to also uplift that we are focused on 0 to 3, right? Their days are filled with joy and wonderment and fun and adventure. So every Friday we launch a new video highlighting something cute in childcare. So definitely follow us on social.
Love that. Thank you both so much. Thank you, Golden State for Kids. Really appreciate coming to Community Voices to help center parents and providers, community members' voices. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for
Next,
having us.
of course. Thank you. Alrighty, so we really appreciate your time. Before you guys leave, we still have the announcements and the recap. And so here is the Golden State for Kids Media Training Interest Form. Please scan the QR code to apply. It will ask you about 4 basic questions if you're interested, your name, and yeah, very basic information that you will have to plug into here if you're interested to apply to the media training. It's also in the chat. So I'll leave it up there for a minute or so, everyone has the time to either scan it or you can click the link in the chat.
I'm sorry. My name is Julia. This is my first time joining that class.
Hi, welcome. Nice to have you here.
On Saturday too?
I think the trainings will be on Saturday. We're getting feedback from everybody, and it seems that Saturday is the best day.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, how can I log in? You'll send us the link?
So you could scan the QR code that's up right now on the screen, or you could click the form you can click in the chat, and there's a Crystal Stairs drop form that will send you to the link to the form.
Okay.
So I'm doing it, but me and Cassandra's gonna go. So do I do it 2 times or how do I do that?
Oh, do you want to do it for 2 people?
Yeah, it's gonna be me and Cassandra.
Yeah, if you could do it individually, that would be the best because this is just an application for one person. So if you could do 2 individuals, that's the best way to do it. Thank you.
Gotcha. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, thank you. Alrighty. Okay, and this is also going to go up in the follow-up email. So if you change your mind, if you decide not to apply right now, we will have a follow-up email with the workshop for the Lunch and Learn, and we will have links to the Golden State for Kids Media Training interest form and some other forms that I will bring up right now. Alrighty, so moving on. And this one is a very special day that's coming up. On May 27th, Community Voices is heading to Sacramento for our day at the Capitol. So this is really your chance to go to the state capitol and sit face to face with your assembly members or their staffers. And these are the actual people that are making decisions about your child care funding in California. So you're going to share your story. You're going to tell them what your community needs and show them that family and providers are paying attention and that we are organized. So that is our purpose of going. And I know some of you are thinking it could sound intimidating or you've never done anything like that, but that is completely okay. You do not need any experience. We will prepare you with talking points, pair you with the team, walk you through everything. So by the time you sit down in that meeting, you feel confident and ready. Your flights will be covered and lunch will be covered as well. All you have to do is show up and bring your voice. So if you're interested, please scan the QR code on the screen, and we would love to have you with us in Sacramento. And we will also send a follow-up email as well with this drop form. I'll leave it up there for a few seconds so we have a chance, if you haven't already, hopefully registered for our day at the Capitol. Alrighty. And next up in our announcements is Crystal Stairs is hosting a Parent Empowerment Day, and this is coming up very close. This will be on April 25th from 8:30 in the morning to 2:30 p.m. This will be a full day dedicated to you. So this is all about empowering parents, caregivers. We will be helping support build your leadership skills, learn how to create the change you want to see for your children and your community. So we have several workshops that you can look forward to. Some of them are how to manage your money, promoting your business, how to claim your education credits, resumes to remember, and even dressing for success. So it's going to be full of being centered around parents and how we can show some gratitude, but also how to help empower parents because the role is so crucial and important to everyone and makes our world spin. So food and resources will be provided, and all you need is bring yourself and your energy. So if you're interested, please scan the QR code on the screen to register. It will also be in the follow-up email, and we will also add it to the chat. So hopefully we see you there. I will be there. Justin will be there. I think most of the Crystal Stair staff will be there on the Saturday. So hopefully we can all see you there.
I'll be there.
Oh, okay. I'm
I'll be
looking
there.
forward to seeing you.
Oh, you know I
Please stop
am.
by and say
I
hello to
will.
me.
I will.
I love it. Okay. Yes. Shayna, are you going or did you have a question?
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Have a great day.
You too.
Alrighty. And the last QR code. So
Yeah, I do
lots.
have a question. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
So
go ahead.
this meeting, so that I'm clear, is to prepare us for Sacramento, so that when we go, we can raise any of our concerns or suggestions about the program.
Well, this is a different campaign. Although through Community Voices, we're a training program, and so we have monthly workshops that help train you ahead of the advocacy days that we do take, because we don't just take this one that we're having in May 27th. We take some all throughout the year. So this one was centered around the Golden State for Kids campaign. So they're doing a media training, which is a little different than our training program. So they're kind of being supplementive and partnering up with us. But these are just events that we are having. So like May 27th, something Community Voices is doing, and then Parent Empowerment Day, something Crystal Stairs is doing. But this is all to serve parents and families. So we can all join in on this.
So I have very specific concerns, and maybe you can tell me the best way to go about being heard. Mine would be children with special needs. Having Crystal Stairs essentially pay more for those children. It would also be, just various different things, how you have to give notice. The parent doesn't have to give you notice, and you guys will end services the same day. Me as a provider, I feel as though Pathways and other programs, you have to give a 2-week notice. So those are some of the issues I'd like to bring to you guys' awareness. And so I'm wondering, what is the best way for me to go about bringing these issues to Ms. Jackie Major's concern, or to Sacramento, or whoever does the funding's concern?
Yeah.
I could jump in. Hi, Shayna, correct?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
How you doing?
Good. Please email me. I'm gonna put my email in the chat right here, because
Okay.
I want to acknowledge your concerns and expressions, and then follow with you and get you to the right folks who can also provide some more insights outside of what I'll provide as well.
That would be perfect. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. Alrighty, everyone. So thank you so much for joining in. I hope to see you all very soon at the Parent Empowerment Day, or whether that's the next workshop, whatever it is. I hope to see you all soon, and thank you so much for joining. Please keep an eye out for the follow-up email. I'll have all the links in case you didn't get them now. And yes, thank you so much, and looking forward to seeing you. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank you.
guys. See you.
Bye. Bye, Juanita.
Hey, I
Bye.
couldn't put Cassandra and it didn't let me.
Oh, maybe send her the